welcome to Brain Eaters, where each week we tell you a different story that will eat your brain. I'm Mary Lords.
And I'm Halle, Kiefer.
And this week, plastic surgery disasters.
Listen, you're on the internet, you've probably seen the woman who was giving illegal butt injections. That person, who they describe as an unlicensed doctor, which is not a thing.
Aren't we all unlicensed? You're either a doctor or an unlicensed doctor.
Right, exactly. Like, human is what they mean. Normal human, unlicensed doctor. Ron O'Neill Morris. So she was basically giving injections to women to get bigger butts and hips. However, these were not... It was certified by any branch of anything, and they contained Fix-A-Flat, cement, and super glue.
Yeah, which, honestly, thinking about it now, how do you even inject... How does that get injected? Would that clog up your syringe immediately?
Right, that's art. Yeah, is she using like a giant, like a caulking gun with like... Yeah, exactly. How do you inject it? And then also, it doesn't really say, but we're assuming people got ill from it, which is sort of how she got found out.
Yeah.
If they did it, that's even crazier. The fact that there are people walking around who have super glue and Fix-A-Flat inside them and are fine.
Well, so the pictures that you probably saw online are of Ron Morris herself.
We'll link it.
And we'll put it down below. And the story is not that she got sick.
No,
her fake crazy ass is fine.
Apparently, she's doing
someone
great.
else. So it worked once, and she probably was like, "Well, this works for everyone." And it was, I think, like $600 or something she got to inject someone with Fix-A-Flat, which you don't need to be an unlicensed doctor to know that that's a bad idea.
Right, any human being
really
would know
bad idea.
that that's a terrible idea. And I guess it is sort of like the thing that I find weird about these stories is the idea of unlicensed plastic surgery is terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, I've never really considered getting plastic surgery, but if I were to consider it, the idea that you would go to someone who it's not in a hospital, they don't know what they're doing, they're not using anything licensed, horrifying.
But she's a living example that it works, so that's
it does work. She's got the biggest booty you've ever seen in your life.
It's unreal. Well, here's how cheap I am.
Right, like how cheap are you?
Super cheap. If I found out that all you were doing was buying Fix-A-Flat, super glue, and a syringe and cement mix, I'd be like, well, I could do that.
Exactly.
I wouldn't pay
pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, I would just go down to Home Depot and get those things myself.
What is the unlicensed doctor doing for
What's
you?
the difference? Yeah.
You are an unlicensed doctor.
We're all unlicensed doctors.
Get in there.
So there's a different woman in the Bronx named Waleska Castillo who was giving women breasts, like, injections, but it was liquid silicone.
Right.
So when you get a breast implant, it is silicone, but it's in a bag.
Right, exactly.
It's all together. I don't understand the idea of like, well, I'll just dump a bunch of liquid silicone into your breast and it'll be fine. It'll stay there.
Right, exactly. It's like if you need a liver transplant and they just opened you up and just dumped a liver in and then just like sewed you up and walked away.
Well, it's like if they liquefied a liver. She's got the right idea. Silicone is what you put in for breast
she's
implants.
along those lines. It makes more sense.
So close, but so far.
Guys, I guess what we're saying is if you're getting a plastic surgery,
don't.
Well, yes. No, but I don't know if you're going to get it. At least go to a reputable place. You must get addicted to it. Like, once you change your body, you're like, I can change my body, look whatever I want. Cut to, I look insane.
Well, that's like all the women in Orange County. The housewives that get that real plastic surgery and look insane. But they all live around each other.
That's a good point. They paid a ton of money and they look terrible.
They look crazy.
You pay $600, your butt looks, it's bigger.
It's as advertised. Bigger.
So, what would be the most perturbing, the thing that's going to stick with you about these stories, would you say? I think I know what the answer is.
It's that money.
It's that money.
It is that money. If you found out that's all they were doing, because I do that now when I go to doctors and they're just like, oh, you need antibiotics. I was like, oh, thanks, of course, I knew that.
Right.
Why did I have to pay you $60 to tell me that? I would just get that stuff on my own. I'd be like, oh, rubber cement? Fine, done. Good.
Right. I guess for me, it's the idea that there are people out doing what is really not surgery, but it's a big medical change to your body, just totally on their own. Just really on the cutting. They're like cowboys. They're like surgical cowboys. Medical cowboys.
That makes them sound
cool.
Like cool.
Cowboys aren't cool.
It's just a shyster. Cool. It's just a charlatan.
A charlatan.
Yeah. Well, if you've got something else that's going to eat your brain about this story, please leave it in the comments below.
You charlatans.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll see you next week with more Brain Eaters.